Hey, Teresa. It's been raining on and off here all day. The sun's out now, but it's been raining very, very hard here. It's annoying actually, because I want to go swimming in the pool, and it's like lightning and the thunder comes, so I gotta watch out. And then now the pool is not warm. The water's not warm here because the sun's not out enough. So if I were to go in there, to be cold as heck. So I'm like, fuck. I haven't been swimming in 2 days, and it's annoying because of the weather. And the water's like probably too cold because the sun's not out enough. But I might go in there later on and just suck it up and go in there. Sometimes going in cold water is good for your body. Give it a change. But everything's wet outside. There's still more showers coming, as I can see on the radar. Last night at 5 o'clock in the morning, got thunder and lightning and showers, hard showers. You could hear it like bashing the damn house. But I'm not complaining. It's better than a hurricane, that's for sure. I'll take that. Yeah, there's a few people. My friend Joey that comes in here, she lives in Vancouver, and she says it's hot as hell out there right now, which is not normal for you guys. But it's hot everywhere. Everybody's complaining about the heat. Yeah, I believe it. I believe people are getting hacked. Yeah, I spoke to her earlier. She came in when I was washing dishes, she came into my room. I went live earlier a couple hours ago and washed some dishes and talked some shit. I don't yeah. Yeah. That's why I try not to keep too much money in my PayPal account anyway. I pretty much like got rid of a lot of money in there when I bought the generator part. I spent like almost $1,000 on it, so I kind of like got rid of majority of the money that was in there, which is good. Yeah, I saw. Hey Lucky, hey Sophie. I missed your live with Paranormal Poet. I think it is. I got your notif. I didn't. I never got your notification. I never got it, and I was pissed. And I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "How the hell did Teresa go live and I didn't get the notification?" So I clicked the notification, like bell on my channel, and it had no notifications on there from anybody. And then when I looked, it says was live an hour ago, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" So then I went and looked at the live and looked over it to see what was up, see what you guys were talking about and stuff. And I've never seen the paranormal poet guy, so I said, let me go check this guy out, see what's going on. I listened to the live, I scanned through it, and I saw you holding up the tequila bottle, and I was like, oh Lord, she's getting drunk. And I said, hey, go for it, fuck it. Sometimes you need a little drink, you know. But I was pissed because I got nobody's notifications that day. I don't know why. I usually get everybody's notification. And I got no one's. And I was like, what the fuck? So I had to like log out of YouTube, log back in, and then I started getting everybody's notifications again. And I'm like, oh, great. Of course, I had to miss that one. But yeah, it's life. Some people tell me the same thing. I didn't even know you were live. I'm so mad. Yeah, it's annoying. It's like if you don't like reboot it, then you don't get notifications. It's annoying as shit. So of course I didn't get that notification. But oh well. Yeah, I know. A lot of people complain. I'm the last person to complain about notifications. I usually get everyone's. But lately I haven't got too many people's notification. Usually it comes up on my phone all the time. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So says live. Hey Mystical, how you doing? Let me catch up. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You either get the notification right then and there, or you get it like an hour later. It happens a lot. A lot of people tell me they say, "Oh yeah, I just got your notification." My friend Virgo Maria, she comes. Sometimes she'll tell me, "Oh, how long have you been online?" And I'm like, "I've been on here for like an hour and some." She's like, "Oh, I just got your notification." I'm like, "Yeah, go figure." So it's annoying. Sometimes it's on point, and sometimes, see, I'm live right now for 7 minutes, but I haven't even got my own notification. Because sometimes I get my own notification, and it doesn't even say that I'm live right now. But earlier, when I washed my dishes and I was live, it said, "You're live now." And see, right now, there's nothing. It's fucking hilarious. I don't know. It's annoying. You think you're getting notifications and everything, blah, blah, but it's like, it's a never ending story. But oh well, it's life. That's all good, Sophie. I know it happens, and sometimes I text Marley and tell her that I'm live because she doesn't get my notifications either. Or I'll text people and be like, "Hey, I'm live." I used to actually go on Instagram and tell everybody that I'm going on YouTube live, or I'll put it up on here on my community page. But some people don't even see people's community page things either. I see people's community page post like a day later. It say 1 day ago, and I'm like, well, how come I didn't see this earlier? It's annoying. Yeah, I let people know sometimes because you know some people don't get the notifications. I like cinnamon rolls. That's about it. I'm not a big cinnamon fan, but when my mom makes rice pudding, she puts cinnamon like the cinnamon like design on it, like some lines and stuff. That's about all. I like cinnamon rolls and things like that, but that's the only cinnamon things that I eat. Cinnamon rolls and cinnamon on my rice pudding that my mom makes. I'm not a big fan of cinnamon rolls unless they're really fresh and decent. Looks like it's gonna rain again. It's getting all dark now again. I want to go to the grocery store. It's open till 7. So, because today is a holiday, it's actually open. My favorite grocery store. So I might go down there. I might, but I doubt it. I might just wait till tomorrow. You be watching too much damn psychics talk about blowing cinnamon in front of your door for abundance. It's thunder in there, Sophie. Yeah, here too. Okay, Teresa. Hey, Fever, how you doing? It looks like it's sprinkling right now again, as usual. It's been raining like on and off. It's so annoying. You've been animating? Good. Cool. I hope you're having fun. Yeah, I mean, I'm just teasing when I say, a lot of people have different methods of stuff, like cinnamon and all that stuff. And some people burn candles, some people like do certain things, whatever works. I'm not against what people want to do and how they do it. I just think it's, to me, belief and prayer is the most powerful things. So sometimes I'll burn a candle if I need something or if I want to just make an offering to spirit. Sometimes, like, I was taught by these people that do those type of rituals and things. I was taught by this couple to like take a couple dimes and nickels or pennies and just like throw it out there into the street for somebody to pick up, and that's like your offering. Or that's like, like, if somebody finds it, it could be like mean something to them, like finding a nickel or a dime, and they'll be like, oh shit, even though I put it there, and I put it there for my, for spirit to like give a offering to them so they can give an offering to somebody else. Certain people have different things that they do to like get in something in return, or to have some type of abundance come their way. But the main thing I do is just pray. Sometimes I'll light a green candle if I want money, or if I want like work to be a little better. Um, I'll light a blue candle if I feel like my communication is off and I want communication from someone. I'll light a blue candle. And then I'll light a red candle sometimes just to like, for like love, or like just to, to show love to someone else or something like that, or to bring love in, shit like that. I used to do all of that stuff, but the love part never worked. But the communication and the money part worked. The love part, the spirit said, nah, bro, you're good. We ain't giving you nobody to love. These hoes ain't loyal. You get your first Reiki certificate on Friday, then I start my Reiki 2 class. Oh, nice. Teresa, good. I'm glad. Oh, cool. Yes, do so. Fiona, hey, you're gonna start doing that, dropping change outside for others to find. Yeah. It's something that a lot of people do. I was taught to do that, and I took 7 dimes, and when I was walking, I threw it in like the pathway of where I was walking. I threw one here, one there, one there. I didn't throw it, but I just dropped it for someone else to find. It's like an offering to someone else, as they if they find it, they're like, oh yeah, this must be a sign. So obviously, when we find things, it's obviously somebody put it there or dropped it or whatever. So yeah, exactly, Fever. Everybody has their rituals and their ways and their superstitions and stuff like that. But me personally, I don't really do too many of them. I just live life and just let shit happen. But when I feel like I need to do things like that, I will. That's just the way I feel. I was pumping gas in my car like 3 days ago, and I found a penny on the ground, and I looked at it, and I didn't pick it up, and I said, you know what? I know spirits around me. I know they're offering for me to say, hey, look. And I said, you know what, spirit, give that to somebody else. Let somebody else see it and get a sign as well. I re offer it back to you. That's what I do sometimes. So I saw the penny on the ground, and the guy that was next to me that was pumping gas, he didn't even see it, but I saw it. And I said, "Well, I'm not gonna touch it." So I said, "I see it. Thank you for reminding me, Spirit." And I said, I re-offered that to somebody else. So I didn't even touch it or pick it up. But usually I would, because every penny counts. You know, you could put that 50 of them in a wrapper and get 50 cents. So, you know, I'll usually pick it up and be like, "Oh, cool. Spirit wanted me to know something." But I actually didn't pick it up this time and said, "I'd rather give it back and then just let somebody else have it." So you can do that too if you want to. These are things that I do. Doesn't mean everybody else has to do it, or some people believe that you don't even need that to for things to happen. But you can do different things. A lot of people want to do these rituals to make things come in, but the only way things are going to come in is if you're protected and you don't have bad shit happen. Because if you're looking for things good to happen, it's because where you are isn't protected or taken care of first. So my suggestion to a lot of people is to go get some sea salt and put sea salt all around your house, outside and inside, within the pathways of every opening of your house, every doorway, every corner of every room. You just sprinkle a little bit here, a little bit there in the corners. It releases all the negative energy away from your home. So if there's no negative energy around your home, then you can get more abundant things happening without asking for abundance. You already cleared the air for it. So a lot of people have different ways, and those are the methods that work for me, you know. But you know, those things happen. It's all good. Well, that's preaching everything into existence, Fever. Some people say things and it happens. And some people like I have that ability and I just don't like that. I don't like saying things sometimes. You know, because sometimes I'll say, "Oh, this and this," and then it'll happen. And I'm like, "Fuck, I shouldn't have said that. Damn it! Now I'm putting myself in that predicament." Or I'll say, "Oh, you know, I'll praise something or praise this, or I'll say something about somebody, and then something bad will happen." I'm like, "Oh God, I'm just gonna shut up now." Or sometimes if a certain person in here doesn't show up for a while, I'll be like, "I wonder where that person is," and the next day they come in, and I'm like, "What the hell?" I was like, "I was just thinking about this damn person, and they're here." So it's like I get like not a warning, but like a I don't know how to say it, but you know whatever I want to say now, shit. But it's like you get like a feeling of something happening, or you get like a heads up. Yeah, exactly. There you go. It's like a heads up. So if I haven't seen somebody in a while, they'll end up showing up the next day or that night or that same day, or I'll be like, "Oh my God, I was just thinking about you." And some people probably say, "Oh yeah, you're just saying that," but I actually do sometimes say, "I wonder where that person went to," and then all of a sudden they'll appear in my chat. I'm like, "What the fuck?" So it's like you get that heads up or that pre warning. So it's cool. Like I like that type of shit. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. I like, oh God, I shouldn't have said no. Yeah, I don't believe in abusing anything, let alone my gifts. I'll never abuse my gifts. Fuck that. That's not gonna happen. Never in life. Because to me, having a gift to read people and to get information is something that a lot of people would love to have. And everybody can have that gift if they open up to it. But some people just do it for bad intentions or money or just want to be, you know, scam you or con you or do some bad shit to you. I got your donation. Thanks, Teresa. You can ask your question when you're ready. But yeah. Oh, here we are. It's pouring. I knew it. I kind of knew the rain was coming. Here we go again. It's raining hard again. Huh. Oh, shit. It's actually getting windy and rainy at the same time. It's really coming down. Oh, good lord. You don't know what or how to ask. Yeah, that's fine. I'll see what's up. Oh yeah, it's pouring. Holy shit. Oh boy. It's been raining like every single day, on and off. I like the rainy days too. It lets me inside and do this type of stuff. I washed my dishes earlier. I went live. Now I'm here chilling. I had a nice lunch. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for dinner, but I might have some burgers on the barbecue or a burger. Maybe some mac and cheese or something or salad. I don't know. We'll see. I gotta see how windy it is, and I'll do the barbecue. Yeah, she's a Cancer. For fuck's sake. Let me sit here properly so the cards don't fall. Hmm. Yeah, I knew you were a Cancer. See. Yeah, we can eventually do another live stream at some point in time. Yeah, when our times correspond with each other. That'll work. It's all good. We can figure it out. Um, as far as your reading here, it tells me that there's a malicious woman around you that's being vengeful, deceitful, a woman that you know. She's very narrow-minded and she just doesn't want you around her, or she's being deceitful and just doesn't want to associate with you or even have you around. Could be your sister, probably. Um, I'm also getting like this person is. I'm also getting another person here. It could be like there's like a teenager or like could be a teenager or someone in their 20s, late teen, early 20s person. They're very indecisive. They gossip. They talk shit. Um, they're a person that doesn't really want to make a decision, but when they have to, they make the wrong ones. The thing is, I also get you're going through a transformation period. Obviously, with your Reiki and all that stuff, you're going through that transformation. You're trying to clear away old feelings and make way for new ones. Get rid of the old people in your life. Start to keep getting new people in your life that actually are going to give a shit about you and actually care about you. You might have some bad things happening in around you with certain situations. Don't invest into anything that you know is going to be bad. People, time, effort into things that ain't going to happen. If you already know it's not going to happen, then don't even force it or don't even try to change it. Fuck that. The other thing here, it's saying that you need to keep your guard up, be active in the things that you want to be active in. Whatever you don't know, it's okay, because whatever you don't know, a person doesn't know about you either. So even though you're awake to all the bullshit around you and you know what's going on and you feel what's going on, just keep symbolizing that person that doesn't have to know but knows, if you know what I mean. Like, even though you don't know exactly what the deal is or the truth is about a person or a situation, whatever you feel is probably right anyway, or whatever your instincts are about whatever situation is going on is correct, you know? So you don't have to like know what's unknown, because spirit doesn't want you to be sucked into that bullshit anyway. So you just got to keep the transformation going, keep clearing away the old and making way for new things in your life and what you want to do, making alterations, making changes, you know, whatever these bad situations are. Don't allow it to make you sick, or don't allow it to make you, mad and shit. Like, just move on from it. You might be dealing with like your daughter, because I get like a young lady here. So if your youngest daughter, if the youngest daughter you have, or the youngest child you have, if it is a daughter, then she might be telling you that she's studying, getting a scholarship, or this could be the one that you told me that graduated or something. She might be talking to you a lot this month, and telling you about certain things, and you might be telling her. She might be able to listen to you and talk to you and give you advice, or vice versa. This month I see you probably talking to her a lot, or her giving you news about good things, so that way there is some positivity, around you with this situation. But try not to follow your old ways, and try to like understand that nothing's going to be perfect, and the only way that things can get into effect is if you make worthwhile changes to your life. Don't self-destruct. Don't get mad when shit don't happen, or if somebody doesn't. Your kindness should just reflect on you, not on anybody else that doesn't want it. So if there is someone that is not paying attention to you, or says shit, or just is ignorant, or even if you get the incorrect advice or information, it was trying to tell you all along that you weren't supposed to be active in that department anyway. Or it's just to tell you that, hey, look, you already knew, and now you know for sure. So if you didn't know then, now you know now. That's what this is trying to say. And they don't want you to get mad. They don't want you to self-destruct. They don't want you to like put yourself in a situation where your temper's gonna fly, or it's gonna cause an obstacle in your life. Because you're only hindering yourself if you allow people to get into your energy and make you feel a certain way. I know it's easier said than done, but this is just them saying, hey, look, why even bother if you know already that you're not supposed to be in this situation, and you're not even supposed to entertain it. So that's the biggest challenge for us, is to allow ourselves to say, you know what, I'm not even gonna even put my energy in this 1%. I'm just gonna be like, fuck you and just do my own thing. All right, I'm gonna give you some animal tarot cards as well, Teresa. I'll give you some animal tarot cards. Let me see what I got here for you. Let's get a message from Jackass for you, your kitty cat, Taylor. Let's see what Jackass has to say. All right, so your first card is you, the Queen of Summer, and it says compassionate, loving, caring, and psychic. So it says here the Swan. This is a time uh this is a time for deep emotions and heart and heightful intuition that can only you can trust completely. Be mindful. You don't ignore your own needs while caring for others. What can I say? See, this is a time of deep emotions and heightened intuition that you can trust completely. Be mindful. You don't ignore your own needs while caring for others. Your next card is Balance, the zebra. And this says, by merging varying points of view, you can generate an extraordinary new idea, compromise with others, and collaborate to discover a better situation. And your last card is the elephant, which is the justice. Fair decisions will be made after all the evidence is reviewed impartially. Have compassion for others and try to see all sides of a disagreement. Actually, let me see the bottom card. Yeah, the bottom card is the Six of Autumn, the Kiri. Your success and prosperity have allowed you to pay off debts, acquire wise loans, and receive a grant of scholarship in return for heaven's blessings. Be sure to share your wealth with others through donations of time and money to reputable charities. You do that already. See? You always share your wealth with others. That's heaven's blessings. See, in return for heaven's blessings. So that's Jackass in heaven telling you, Mom, don't worry. Be happy. Right. So instead of paying it forward today, you paid for yourself and you got what you needed to hear and some extra messages from Jackass from yours truly. So that's good. That's a good message. You're welcome, Teresa. Thank you too. I appreciate it. I'm glad you got those messages. Oh, sounds good, Barbie. You got something for me? I might have a barbecue hamburger tonight. I'll see how it goes. I'm gonna see what everybody else wants. Miss Diamond over here is snoring her ass off. She's such a little devil. She went outside just now to pee, and she kept looking back at me while she was peeing to say, "You better not leave me." So I stayed there while she finished peeing. Sometimes she'll go wander off and do whatever. But as soon as she peed, she turned right around and ran to that gate to say, "I'm coming right back over with you. I don't want to be out here." So now she came back inside, drank a little bit of water. Now she's snoring again, laying down on the tile. She's like, "Fuck that." She's been inside like a lot. She doesn't even want to be outside. Sleeping all day and all damn night. Hey, Kristen, how you doing? Yeah, I like potato salad, macaroni salad. My mom, she'll make macaroni salad and she'll put Velveeta cheese in there and green peppers. Sounds good. And then when she makes potato salad, she'll put peas and carrots in there and egg and boiled eggs in there. It's always it's always nice to eat. It's really good. All right, Teresa, enjoy the rest of your day at work. All right, Teresa, take care. I'll be back later. It's still early here. It's only 3:45. I'm gonna try and get a swim in the pool today. In maybe another hour, I'm gonna go in there. That's if the sun's out now. It just poured. Now the sun's back out again. So hopefully the sun heats up the pool a bit so I can go in there. I want the sun to stay out for the rest of the afternoon at least so I can heat it up. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing good, Kristen. It's been a good holiday so far. Just been chilling, watching TV, wash my dishes, tidy up around here a bit. It's my second time live today, so I'm just chilling today. Can't really do much outside because it's been raining like crazy. Now the sun's out. It's a pain in the ass, but it's all good. I'd rather chill today anyway. Otherwise, that everything's good. It's another day in paradise. What can I say? We're supposed to get rain every day of this week, apparently. Apparently, we're supposed to get more showers in a bit, and then after that, we're going to be clear. So they say. It says rainy conditions around 4 o'clock, which is 10 minutes from now. Which I'm not surprised. Yeah, it's been hot everywhere, Kristen, especially here and everywhere. People have been saying that it's ridiculously hot everywhere. But it's summertime. But now that we're in September officially, it should start to cool down a bit. It's still the 1st of September, so it's still got time for it to cool down now. I hope we have a earlier fall and winter. Cause I'm really sick and tired of summertime because it came early this year. Like right in the end of May, early June, it was hot as shit here already. So we've had like June, July, August of nothing but pure heat, an annoyance. So I just hope it cools down this month a lot faster than it should. I'm just praying no hurricanes come here. That's my biggest fear is hurricanes coming here and destroying shit. Oh hell no, we don't get no snow. No. The coldest it gets here is like 50 degrees once in a while. Not even that. It barely gets in the 50s. If it does, it's like maybe February. It'll go into the 50s like for maybe a couple days or so. But it's usually like 60 degrees in the winter here, like a constant 60, 58, 59, 60, 65, something like that, you know. Robin Williams. I don't look nothing like that guy. Lucky you be drunk. You be watching too much damn movies. Let me see what you're talking about. He doesn't even have facial hair in the movie. Oh, good lord. What am I gonna do with this woman? I've never even watched this movie. I don't really watch movies like that. Lucky's drunk. Oh shit. I've never watched it, so I can't. Like, I don't really watch movies, but I know a lot of people. I know a lot of women that don't like me wearing facial hair. They said that when I don't have no facial hair, I look much better. And then some people say I look better with it. I tell them I don't really care. I chop it every week and it comes back and then I chop it again and I don't really care, you know. I just don't like big ass beards or anything like that. But, you know, most people like men with facial hair, but I don't really give a shit. It's whatever your preference is. So if you're kissing my face and you don't want me to have facial hair, I'll shave it off for you. But if you're not kissing me, then you have no say. That's how I look at it. Okay, Barb, enjoy your food. I'll be over in a minute. Come get a burger or some chicken or whatever you got cooking. Fiona said, I once told someone that they had Phil Hartman eyes. See, I don't even know who that is. Oh, I didn't know. I don't know nothing about those movies. My mom hates when I have facial hair. She doesn't like it. Cause see, my dad, he shaves like every couple days. I've never seen my dad with a beard. Never. He doesn't like it. Me, I don't really, do it on purpose. I just don't care. Like my beard will grow, and it's like on a Saturday or Sunday on the weekend. Every weekend, probably I'll like I don't even shave. I just take the machine and just cut it down to regular size. I barely shave my face because I get bumps and shit from the razor. And I don't really like putting that shaving cream all over me and all that bullshit. But when I was in the army, I had no choice. I had to stay shaved all the time. So after that, I just let my beard bust and grow and do whatever. So now what I do is I let it grow for a whole week and then I chop it off. That's what I do every week. I never let it grow like out of control where it's like, oh yeah, is that right? Really? You know how loud that fart was just now? You dirty dog. I better not smell it. I'll kick your ass outside. This damn dog went and farted like a damn human. I was wondering what the hell that was. And she looked back at me too, as if to say, yeah, I'm gonna let one rip. You dirty dog. Kick your ass outside. Got some nerve. He was murdered by his wife. Oh shit. I didn't know that. That's crazy. I don't know how people kill each other and do all that type of dumb shit. I don't have the balls to do that. I don't know. Barb said, I just read what you said, Barb. You said even with the light off. I always say beauty's the light switch away. We have all this shit coming this way. Oh, man, I want to go swimming. Damn it. I don't want it to rain. I want to go swimming. This swimming sucks, man. Oh, dang. The fuck is wrong with these people? Oh shit, the store says it's open till 6 today. I wonder if oh man. Mm, cool. Mm. Oh god. There's so many sore losers in the world. That's good, Lucky. Go back to work. Good girl. Go to work. Be a good girl. Lucky's gonna give me the rolling eyes emoji. She's gonna be like, oh god, this guy. This guy. Alright. What's the matter, Diamond? Why are you looking outside for? Hmm? What's the matter? Hmm? What you doing? You're naughty. You know you're naughty? She's like, I'm not naughty. What do I do now? You'll always be naughty. A naughty pain in the ass. What's the matter? You want to go outside? She's like, nah, bro. Not going out there. I mean, unless you do. Is there an emoji of a middle finger? Yeah, of course there is. Yeah. I use it very often. And if anybody sends it to me, I tell them I know I'm number one. My sister does it to me all the time. She'll send me the middle finger emoji. And I said, I know I'm number one. You don't have to tell me. She's like, oh, I hate you. I'm going to put it up right now for you. What are you doing, dog? There you go, love. See, I'm number one. What is your problem? Why did you even get up? Why are you a dumb dog? You want to go outside? Huh? You want to go outside? Come on, let's go. Let's go outside. You want to go outside? You want to go outside? Because you didn't get up for just nothing. Come on, let's go. Give me a second. You want to go outside? Huh? Do you want to go outside? Yes or no? You want to go? Come on. Let's go. You want to go outside? You're such a freaking pain in the ass. There's some days that I want to, like, smack you and tell you, why the hell do you get up and make me get up for nothing? Or you want some water? You want some water? Yes, I know you want water because you drink fucking water all day. The goddamn nuisance that you are. I don't want no kisses from you. No. Don't lick me. And naughty. Did you see the middle finger emoji? It was meant. It's meant for Lucky. You know? Lucky says, "Bro, you know I know you mean well, right? If that's the way you take it, then I mean well. If you take it the other way, then obviously you think I mean bad shit, you know. But I don't have bad intentions for people, so you know." Apparently, Fiona lives under a rock. Also, since I have established I am a relic, why do people say hi? Is that the new greeting? I'm so 80s kids today and their new language. Well, when you come in this room, you barely say hi to, right away. You just come out and say something, right? And then you'll be like, oh, hey guys, or hi, so and so, hi, so and so. But in here, I've always like people to come in here and address me and everybody. It's only common courtesy, and it's just the way I like things. I like people to say hello and not just like come in here and just ask a question or start talking and act like you don't see nobody. But some people aren't brought up like that. Yeah, I know because it's a part of the thing, the chat. When you go into a chat, it says say said hi or say hi or some bullshit like that. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. It's like it's probably a thing because people got so pissed that people just don't say hi, so they want you to say hi. So that's why they have that button on there. But it's not on. I don't think it's on the computer version, but I think it's on. It's more on the It's more on the phone version. I think. I believe it is. I could be wrong, but when I go on my phone, it says "said hi" or something like that, or some bullshit, which I don't really care. I say hi anyway, so to me, like all that stuff is just like a reminder of like, hey, don't forget to say hi and be nice, because people are so sensitive, and that's what it is. People are so sensitive. They're like, oh my god, you didn't say hi to me. I don't get sensitive. I just think it's a way of respect. You know, like when you come in somebody's room, you should respect like the person and just say hi. And that's it. But if you don't, that's on you. And I don't really, I'm not really gonna be like, get out of my room. I hate you. But yeah, but yeah, that's a dumbass feature that they have. And another dumbass thing is this top fans thing. Like it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's been 8 people who's been in here in the last hour. And it says number one is this, number two is that, number three is this person, number four is that person. It's like that's not my top fans. That's just dumb. Like why would you have that in the first place? Like no one cares. Like I don't care who's talking more or less or who's number one. I don't give a shit. Yeah, but that's just the way you do it, and it's funny because sometimes when you come in here and you just out of the blue say something about Dan, or I say something like, "Oh God, I just walked into this and Mark said that," and then we're like, "Oh hey Fiona," and then you start saying hi to everybody, right? So that's like your usual thing, you know. So I'm not like saying it in a bad way, but like that's just the way you are. You come in and you comment on something and then you say hi afterwards. Whereas, majority of the people will be like, hey, hi. And then some people are like, they just, they've said hi already, and then they just come in and be like, oh, what's up, start talking, and then nobody, and then you eventually say hi to whoever or whatever the case may be, like. Yeah, exactly. It is funny. I don't take offense to it. I could care less, but that's just what you do. So we know that you're like that. And sometimes you're like, hey, Mark, or hi, Mark, and then you start talking because you probably came in where there was nothing to talk about, or I was reading somebody, you know. But some people, like, they get offended. Like that person that's no longer coming in here, it used to happen with her. Like I'll be like busy reading everybody, and she'll say hi, and then because I didn't say hi that one time right away because the chat was moving fast, she was like, "Oh, you didn't say hi to me, so I left. You must be mad at me." I'm like, "Why would I be mad at you? And why would it make a difference if I say hi now or later? Like if you know me and you've been in here for a long time, when I'm reading somebody, I focus on the person that's in the chat. That's my job. That's what I'm here to do is focus on that person. If I do see you in between things, I'll say hi. But sometimes it don't work that way, and then I'll go back and say, "Oh shit, so and so's here. Oh hey, hi, how you doing? I didn't even see you. My bad." And the person be like, "No worries, Mark. I know you was reading somebody. Boom, boom, boom." Nobody takes offense. But that weirdo, she used to take offense to every little stupid thing that I had no control over. And then like some people like her and other people will be like, "Oh, you're doing it on purpose because you don't like me." And I'm like, "What?" But then when you're here by yourself with me and we're talking no problem, you act like I leave or I shut down or something. Like people just look for so much undivided dumb attention, it just doesn't make no sense. So, I go through a lot of sensitive bullshit on here that aggravates me sometimes. That's why I don't really miss nobody that leaves here with sensitive mental issues. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know you. I've known if you come in here for a while, a couple months, I already know how people are. And I have no problem with anybody. Just like don't try and get my attention unnecessarily. And don't say I'm doing something. At the end of the day, it's my fucking room. Like. And if you had a room like mine and you experienced what I experienced, you would understand that sometimes I'm not going to speak to you right away because I'm doing something. Like, what the hell? So that's why, like, I'm glad some people are not here anymore. So I don't have to deal with that petty ass fucking bullshit. Ain't no loss to me. Trust me. I'm actually glad that some people don't come in here no more because I don't have to deal with their bullshit. Looks like it's gonna rain again. You were right. It's 4:12 and it looks like it's about to rain again. Man, I'm never gonna get my ass in the pool. Fuck, man. I don't care. I'm getting in the pool regardless. As long as it ain't thundering and lightning, I'm good in there. I'm gonna wait like another half an hour and then I'm gonna get my ass in there. I miss going in the pool. It might be a little cold to go in there because the sun hasn't been out, but I don't give a shit. I'm going in there. I'm gonna go feed Diamond and we'll hang out by the pool. Right, Diamond? Yeah, naughty. Yeah, naughty. Well, there are so many people like that. And the thing is I know when people are like acting stupid and being genuine and being dumb. Like I know, you know. Yeah, exactly. If they're crazy, I'm deleting their ass. And that's what people do. They go from room to room, and it's like they want to get zapped and they want to get annoyed. It's like people want you to absorb their stupid ass comments and energy. I never understand why they want to be that way. Shit, you know what I forgot? Is my generator was supposed to come on today at 12 o'clock and I totally forgot. Fuck. I totally forgot if it came on or not. Damn it. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Yep, I remember that shit. That was hilarious. Yep. Some people they just like they say the stupidest shit thinking that person actually gives a shit about them when they don't. There's a lot of delusional people out there that think that spirit guides are actually, somebody who they love and worship and care about, when really they don't give a shit about you. You know, a rapper or a person that you love with all your heart sometimes don't give a shit about you either. But some of these people they just think that these things are real. But I just let them think whatever they want. A lot of people are crazy, man. There's a lot of loony people around this world. This shit's hilarious. Some people never change, I tell you. It's pretty funny. The amount of desperation in the world is crazy. What's up, Dan? What's the matter, Diamond? Hmm? What's wrong, baby? Hmm? I swear she knows what I say sometimes. She's like, Mark said he's going out to the pool and swim. I wonder when he's going to do that. Because I need to go. But, oh well. You got done doing a little laundry and picking the veggies out of the greenhouse. Oh, nice. Mama's watching cowboy movies. Sounds good. Sounds like a nice holiday so far. Yeah, I mean, some people's guides can be those rappers because that's their family. So, for instance, Tupac's, cousin might be his, that might be the cousin's guide is Tupac, or Tupac's children, or whoever's children that's passed away that's a rapper. You obviously you're that rapper. You're not going to refer to that person as your rapper spirit guide. You can refer to that person as your cousin or your dad or whatever. But these people actually think because they listen to rap and they worship a rapper that rapper is going to do something for them in their spirit guide form. That person ain't worried about you being a fan. That person's taking care of their family. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like some people actually think that because they worship a rapper or a football player or a sports icon, that person is their spirit guide, and they take those things lightly. Like they just say dumbass shit like that because of you have like posters of them all around your house or something. Like, come on, man, these people ain't worrying about you. They got to take care of their family, man. They ain't worried about you like that. One time, somebody came in here when I first started doing mediumship. A person said to me, if they paid me what I try to tap into Michael Jackson's spirit, right? When he died, they wanted me to tap into Michael Jackson and ask him if they knew how much they loved him and how much they cared about him, and if Michael Jackson would tell her and me live how he died and all that stuff. I said, sweetheart, I'm not doing that shit. That's nothing to do with you, and it's nothing to do with me. And I'm not gonna ask Michael Jackson in spirit to tell me about his life, and then you're gonna go all around the YouTube and say, "Well, Marky Mark, the medium, I paid him, and he told me that Michael Jackson said that this happened to him. So if Mark said it, that's true." No, no, you're not gonna put me in those type of controversies. Uh-uh. So I refuse to do it. I told her I'm not doing that shit. I don't tap into celebrities unless I'm tapping into them, not even knowing that it's them until I actually see them. And I'll be like, which probably ain't gonna happen because people ain't gonna come in here like that. Michael Jackson's family ain't gonna be coming in Marky Mark's tarot to ask me about Michael Jackson. I highly doubt that. You know. Now, one time, because I'm my birthday is the same birthday as Bob Marley, and a couple years ago, a guy said to me, "Man, I know your birthday because it's the same birthday as Bob Marley, so that's how I remember your birthday." So when I hear the radio station playing all this Bob, I know that it's your birthday too. And I was like, "Yeah, everybody always says that to me." And one day I saw Bob in spirit, and he said to me, happy, it was on my birthday, and he said, "Happy birthday." We share the same birthday, and I know that people always remember you like that. And he just went like he just waved to me, and that was it. I didn't say, "Wait, wait, no, talk to me, tell me I didn't care. Like I was just like, "Okay, cool, thanks." I just respected it as a mutual birthday thing, and that was it. That's the only encounter that I had with him, was on my birthday, and he came to me in spirit and just said, "Hey, happy birthday," and that was it. I'm not gonna sit there and ask him about his life or bother him or whatever. If he wants to tell me something, he could tell me something. He did. He said happy birthday. And I said happy birthday back, and that was it. But that happened once and once only. I'm not expecting like to, you know, be friends with Bob Marley in spirit and be like, yeah, guys, I speak to Bob Marley, man. You know, we smoked a joint in spirit together. We got high. No, it's not like that. And some of these readers out here, they read celebrities' energy through cards, and they think that they're actually, getting the real information. And some of them might get some things right, and some of them are like, "What the fuck are you doing?" It's just a way to get like it's a way to get people to look at your shit. It's clickbait. But hey, some people do it and they're right, and some people do it like and they're wrong, and then they're just realizing that they're dumb for tapping into somebody's energy that you're not supposed to be tapping into. Exactly. Just like saying you have a portal in your closet, but you know you don't. You're just drunk or high or just stupid. That's why these people that I'm talking about don't exist in the YouTube world anymore, because people found out that they're delusional and they're like got some type of issue, which I hope they get solved. But in that person's case, I really liked that person until they started talking about that. And I was like, well, if that's the case, then why hasn't anybody said to me, you know, hey, Mark, you know that lady that you used to read with? She's got a portal in her closet, and she crossed over my granny, my uncle, my auntie, and she crossed over a few other people. I saw them go through the portal. Why nobody came and told me that shit? Because it's all bullshit. It's all in her mind. Because ain't nobody does that shit. I don't know who the fuck these people think they are. You know, they've been watching too much fucking movies. A human being, in my opinion, this is my opinion, a human being, right, cannot cannot transfer or cross over a spirit. How? How on earth is a human being gonna cross a spirit over to the spirit world? Explain that. Through a portal. So you're gonna open up your closet and there's a black hole there, and you just say to that spirit, "Hey, jump through that portal," and you're there. No, I've never heard that in my life, and I've been talking to spirits for many years, and ain't nobody ever told me that shit as a spirit. They don't show me none of those stupid ass things, and well, because they don't show me doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Because somebody could say that in the background right now while they listen to me, but there is no proof of it. There's no proof that that actually happens. Until it's proven, then I'll believe it. But until it's not, then I'm not gonna believe bullshit. And if a spirit doesn't tell me that that's what they do, well, if that was the case, right? If that was the case, and I talk to spirit all the time, and I'm a medium, and spirits trust me to give you the answers that I give you, right? So why don't they say to me, "Hey, Mark, we're gonna put a portal in your fucking closet, and you're gonna, cross us over because we trust you"? Why they don't say that to me? You know why? Because I don't have power like that. Nobody does but God Himself. God decides whether or not you're going into the spirit world or you're going down there where you belong. And let me tell you something. The only reason why mediumship exists and talking to spirit exists is because they're here on earth with us. That's why humans can talk to spirit, because they're here with us. Duh. That's why you speak to, you pray to God every day, because God and Jesus is around us. They're spirits. And what fucking part of that you not understand? Are you that dumb? You don't understand those things anymore? Like, what the hell is your problem? Yeah, there you go. See, what else did this woman say? Any other colorful things? Well, she used to claim that well, she used to sit at this desk, and above her was all these smoke detectors through her house. And she used to burn so much incense in her home that it used to set off the smoke alarms. And you'll hear the smoke alarm. She says, "Oh, that's spirit giving me confirmation, because when those smoke alarms never go off unless I'm live." And I'm like, "Sweetheart, the incense is, you can see the smoke going right up to the fucking smoke alarm." And when I was smoking weed back in the day and I had incense going, it used to trigger the smoke alarm, because that's what it is. It's a smoke alarm. Any type of smoke, it'll go off. So what you're doing, sweetheart, is not nothing to do with no spirit. It's you got too much incense burning and the smoke is going crazy and it's triggering the smoke alarm. Duh. So when she said that, people used to message me and say, "Mark, what the hell is wrong with this woman?" And I'm like, "Look, man, she don't act like that when she's around me. And I think because she knows she can't bullshit me one on one. But when she's like online, when she used to go online, and I really liked her a lot. I mean, I still hope that she's okay. I don't wish nothing bad on her, but she just went crazy, man. She just started acting like weird. And I tried to, like, people were contacting me and saying that she was contacting them for readings, and she was trying to get out of her debt, but she did it the wrong way, see. And I bring her on my live a couple times because she was actually a pretty good medium. She was actually seeing things and doing her job properly. But the problem is when she got her sense and her gift back, she destroyed it right away with greed and ignorance. That's the problem. See, Spirit said, "Okay, we'll give you your gift back because you put in the work." And Mark's trying to help you, and I did. I helped her out a lot. I tried to show her that you can have your gift back. God will give it back to you, even if you did some bad shit. But you didn't listen. I tried to put her on plenty of times. I helped her raise money to pay her bills because I felt bad for her. I didn't even take no money from her or anything like that. I just let her have the money and then try to help her out as much as I could. And then she was out there trying to scam everybody. And I'm like, "What the fuck's wrong with you, woman, man? I just put you back on, like, back on the map. And now, like, you're going to my friends, asking them, telling them that you see all this shit. You're fucking hallucinating." So then she realized that she fucked up, and then she ran away. I ain't seen her since. But she was trying to overdo it, you know? She was doing way too much. And then she fucked up. So unfortunately, you know, she went off the deep end. Well, then she used that smoke alarm to try and con people to think that that's spirit setting it off. And people were like, "Sweetheart, what are you talking about?" Like, she started just going off the rails, unfortunately. And then she'll be like, "In the background, I have a closet with a portal hole, and I can cross over your spirits, and I know for a fact that your grandfather's here right now, and he's scared to go into the spirit world, but I'm gonna send him through." And I'm like, "Woman, what the fuck?" I went in her live that day, and I was like, "Oh hell no, this woman's going off the deep end." And I felt so embarrassed at one point to be associated with her because she started, like, using her gift for corruption. because she really did have a gift. She really did, and she could probably get it back if she actually, you know, did something with it. I don't even know if she's alive or anything. I don't know anything about her. I've never seen her ever again. Nobody even tells me anything about her. Nobody talks to me about her. No one said, "Hey, I saw her here, there." No one says anything. But everybody started telling me, "Mark, you need to get this woman out of your life. She's crazy." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, man." I said I really tried to help her out, but she couldn't help herself. So, unfortunately, I try to help a lot of people get out of the slump, and I try to help everybody in my path. But some people gotta help themselves. I can only do so much. I'm not like, Superman. I can just guide you in a direction where you can be at a point where, you can show your gift off and do the right thing with it. Now, if you do the wrong thing with it, then that's your problem. Well, a lot of it, Dan, to me personally, is the ignorance of the person. Like actually thinking that you're going to con smart human beings, when you're not. You're going to get some people. Some people are stupid enough to probably get something from you. But then other people are going to find out the hard way. And that's the sad part is a lot of people that do readings and get readings, they have no understanding of what they're really doing or what they're saying, or they actually think they have a gift, but they don't. They have nothing because ain't nothing they say happens. Hey, Teresa, how you doing? Yeah, that's exactly what she pretty much did, Fiona. She was a real medium because when me and her worked together, right? When her and I worked together, we were great together. We did a lot of mediumship readings for people. Like every Sunday, we would get together, and I did like about at least 10 lives with her. And she was a random person that I met, and I felt bad for her because she was having a hard time with her son. She had gotten divorced. She was sick, and she was like, in a real slump. And I knew her from a friend of mine's room, and she wanted my help because she knew that, she was saying that, oh, I'm a medium as well. I really want to get my gift intact, and can you help me? And I helped her at no charge. I didn't, charge her for anything. I went out of my way to introduce her to the YouTube people. Some people knew her as being, a mod in the room. Then I took her on and I said, look, I want you guys to meet my friend. She also does mediumship. She did a reading for me and was pretty accurate, so I know that she has the gift. Take it as you see it. Don't say, I ain't telling her to do shit. Like, you do whatever the fuck you want. Like, you take her as you want. You none of my company. So I did everything I could for her, and but when her gift was on point, she was like almost as good as me, you know, to get spirits' attention and to do readings and to get details. She was seeing what I was seeing, and I was seeing what she was seeing. So we were on the same page. We were almost like seeing the exact same spirit. And sometimes we would get multiple spirits, and people would be like, oh my God, you guys are amazing. And we were like really good together. And it became like a thing where she took that gift and she says, okay, I need to pay all my debts. I need to make as much money as I can. She started talking like that. And I was like, oh God. And I said, look, listen to me. Don't do that because you're basically saying that you want to do this for money. You can do it for money. You can get a lot of money off of this shit, but you got to do it legit. She's like, oh, I don't have time. I need to make money. I'm gonna, and I was like, okay, well, look, our lives are over. Oh, don't be like that. You need money. I said, no, no, no. I don't need no money. I got a business to run. I don't care about this shit like I care about my business. And don't think you're gonna drag me under with you. If you remember, sweetheart, I'm the one who bring you in here. Like, I'm the one who bring you in front of these people and showed these people that they can trust you. Now I gotta go back and tell everybody don't trust you now. Like, what the fuck? What's wrong with you? So then she broke off from me and started messaging people that I knew. And they'll message me. It ended up being a shit show. People would message me and say, "Hey, your friend is messaging me trying to get readings from me." And I said, "Look, just block her." Because I blocked her too. I'm done with her. "Oh, that's a shame, Mark, because she was really good." And I was like, "I know." And this is why I try and tell people, when you're good at what you do, you're not supposed to, right? Use money as a way to your gift is a blessing. It should not be a curse to yourself and to others. And if you use your talents to make a lot of money and abuse that privilege, you're not going to have that no more, especially psychic things, because you're using spirit to do bad things. And that's not going to end up well for you. You're going to get karma in the most bad way you can ever imagine. So she ended up getting karma. She ended up getting really sick and vanishing, and nobody ever seen her ever since. So she pretty much like got deleted by spirit themselves. But that's when she started going nuts, you know? She started going crazy again. But I bring her out of her shell. I showed everybody that there's people out there that if they really and truly want to be a psychic medium and a good person, you can transform your life from good to bad, bad to good. But she chose to get to the level where she was making money with me and making money as a psychic again, and then ruined it by abusing it and lying and scamming people. So I was like, I feel like a fucking idiot for helping this woman, you know? I feel like an idiot. And I came live and I told everybody, look, I'm sorry that I got you guys involved with this woman. And people's like, no, don't apologize, Mark. We told you from the beginning to watch out for her because we thought she was shady from the jump, where she was piggybacking off your readings. And I was like, well, see, I try not to, make it a competition. And people was like, look, she's just as good as you, Mark, but you're better because you. And I was like, look, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear I'm better than somebody because that's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to compete with no medium and no other psychic. I'm here to do what I'm gotta do. So when people started comparing us and getting us, that's what bothered her too, because she wasn't as good as me, but she was good enough. And I just wanted her to, like, if I didn't care about her, I would have never had her on my stream and streaming with me, you know? I would never had her around me if I didn't believe in her. But unfortunately, she didn't believe in herself. She just believed in one thing, and that was money. And it just ruined her. She fucked herself all over. So I was like, you know what? I don't care anymore. Like, I'm not helping nobody no more. I've been on a no helping spree for a long time because I was so mad because every time I used to help somebody, they used to disrespect me. And I'm like, what the fuck did I do to these people? Like, I'm out here helping you, going out of my fucking way, and I'm here trying to do everything I can to help these people. And they're turning around backstabbing me because you're jealous. I'm out here doing my thing and you can't do what I do. So fucking what? There's people that are better than me. Who fucking cares? I'm not here to compete with nobody. I'm here to read the people who love me and want to get shit from me. But see, not everybody has that way of life or that mentality, unfortunately. And there's a lot of crazy people I've dealt with, and it's annoying. It's very annoying to have people like that because I really liked her as a person and I really thought that she was legit, and then she just switched. And it's not just her. It's not just her. There's a lot of people that I don't speak to no more because they're the same way. They get in with me, and then they turn on me when they get in with me because they start to get people that know me or in my chat, and I'll shout them out, and then they'll bait those people in. They'll get readings from those people, and act like there's something decent, and then next thing you know, the person will come tell me weeks later or a couple days later or maybe a year later, hey Mark, that person you told me about, hey, and I'll be, look, I can't even apologize because that's your own fault for dealing with them. All I do is shout them out. I got respect for them. I want to help everybody, but you got to make your own decisions with the people that are recommended to you. It's not my problem. That's how I look at it now. So the people that you deal with, that I know, and they're not the right for you, then don't deal with them no more. That's my opinion. It's not my problem. And if somebody tells me, hey, this person is that way, this way, I'm gonna make my own assumption and my own opinions and my own judgment about them. Until they fuck me over, then that's what's gonna happen. So, like I said, there's a lot of people that I know that are friends with people I don't like, but doesn't mean I'm not gonna like you. But one day when that person fucks you over like they did with me, don't say I didn't tell you so. That's all I'm saying. And vice versa. You know? You could tell me the same thing and I'm not listening, then boom, it happens. I'm like, hey, guess what? You know. But this is the way it is on here. You can't get away from it. It's just a bunch of assholes out here and a bunch of greedy motherfuckers that don't care. They don't really care about any spirit. They just care about money and fame and likes and subscribers. And I have more than you, and I have this, and I have that. You know, a lot of people who disrespect me, they talk to hear themselves, and then after they disrespect me, their life starts to change for the worst, and then they realize that they're really dumb and they should have never disrespected me because you just disrespected somebody that don't even do that type of shit. I don't disrespect nobody. I'm here randomly generalizing things and talking and telling people not to do the same things that I got myself involved in. So if you automatically think that I'm dissing you indirectly, then speak up. We're all human beings. We're all adults. And then you're not gonna ask me because you know what the answer is. But you still want to start trouble with me. So fuck you. You know. It's not my fault you're a fucking idiot and you don't know what you're doing. And then when you do the wrong things like begging for money all day, then you're not gonna go nowhere. And that's why you take a L every day. And that's why your life is a L. Not my problem. But it ain't happened just now. It's been happening for years. Even before I have my channel, it's been happening. I used to see readers get into it all the time with each other. Outright jealousy and stupidity. Stupid shit that don't need to happen. But anyway, yeah, it's all good, Fiona. I was embarrassed by her, but it didn't ruin my reputation because the people that know me know I was real, and they tried to get me away from her before it happened, but I weren't listening. I was just trying to be nice to everybody and trying to like be mutual, but it didn't work. Yeah, I mean, I'm catching up with the chat, but yeah, Teresa, I'm stronger now than I've ever been, to be honest, and that's because I have less readers in my face. You know what I mean? Because a lot of readers wanted to get readings from me, and then when shit went downhill, they'll talk shit about me, but don't even realize that they're the ones who came to me. And that's what happened with the recent people that I had to get rid of. I never got readings from them. They're the ones who came to me. So if you're coming to me for readings and sending people to me, what does that make you look like? You look like a fucking idiot and a hypocrite because you can't stand that I have opinions and you can't stand that I'm the person that I am, but yeah, you're not doing nothing for yourself and your own gifts and your own life and your own channel, but you want to get readings from me and then talk shit about me afterwards. Do I get anything from you? No, because I already know what you're about. That's why I don't get shit from you. Not even a fucking card, from the people I'm talking about. And then these people throughout the years come to me all the time to get readings and then bash me in the end and act like I didn't help them or I didn't do nothing for them. Man, go fuck yourself. People are stupid, man. People in general, but there, I know you know who I'm talking about, but there's people before them, way before them. Like when I even before I even had when I first got this channel, the same thing happened then is happening now. Where people, come to me, they get readings from me, they, butter me up, try to be my friend and all cool with me and shit. And then I go to their channel, show them love, show them respect, and then they're in the background listening to me, and they're like, "Oh yeah, they must be talking about me." Well, I talk about shit every day. I talk about my bad experiences with readers and people every day. So if you think you're in the category that I'm talking about, then you're guilty. And that's why you react, because you know and you feel, you know what, he's talking about me because that's what I do. So you're being guilty. You're showing me that you're guilty, because if I wasn't, if what I say doesn't affect you, that means there is no guilt. Am I right or am I wrong? So if I'm in here generalizing things and talking about how readers do things and how people in life, even without readings, I talk about sports, governments. Today I was washing dishes and talking about the illegal bullshit, the immigrants and things like that. On our channels, we talk about everything. And I have my opinions, you have yours. I'm not here arguing with people in my chat room about who's right and who's wrong. I'll just say, hey, look, that's just my opinion and take it or leave it. If you think that way, okay, fine. That's cool. You're still my friend. I don't give a fuck what you think. You think whatever you want. You're a human being like me. So what? You know? But I've lost friends in here just by saying I like Trump. So if I like Trump, you don't like me no more because I like a person you can't stand. That don't make no sense. I don't even like my own government. But anybody who comes in here from Bermuda and says, "Oh, I love our government, they do this and that," I don't really fucking care. You can say whatever you want. I can say I like the Boston Celtics and all Boston teams, and you're a New Yorker, and you say I hate Boston fans and fuck you, I'm not coming in your room. So what? Bye. You know? You see what I mean? Like people are just so sensitive and so annoying that they just can't take like constructive criticism or a person's opinion really affects you that much that you're gonna hate them because they hate you hate a person that they like. So because I talk about God in here and Jesus and I'm a Catholic and you're like, a Muslim and you don't believe what I believe, so that's gonna make you hate me? If that's the case, then you're just less of a person than who you are. Because you're not supposed to hate anybody who doesn't like something you don't like. Now, if you come in here and start talking about you're a pedophile, then I don't want you around me. I'm gonna tell you straight up, don't come around me, because that's something that is a no-no in my book, And there's some things that we're not gonna tolerate and we're not gonna deal with, right? But over a fucking president or over a democracy or a republic, well, that shit, like, come on now, like, shut up. Or a team or something, like, come on. Or because I shuffle the way I shuffle, and I say that people who shuffle, some people get mad when I say when I diss readers that shuffle their cards and the cards go all over the floor. I diss that shit because it's unnecessary for you to do. It's my opinion. Now, if a reader that does that says, "Oh fuck Mark, I don't care what he says. I'm still more accurate than he is." That's what they think in their minds. And even if they are, who fucking cares? I'm still gonna say you're a dumbass because you over shuffle your cards like a moron and you want it to go all over the goddamn floor. You see what I mean? So what? My opinion matters to you that much that you hate me and I'm wrong? I didn't say my opinion is right. I just said I just don't believe that people should be doing that because it's dumb. It's unnecessary. You don't have to shuffle your cards aggressively. You know? Calm down. Spirit's gonna give you the answers, okay? See what I mean? These are the examples that I don't understand what hurts people's feelings so much. It's just something that I generalize and talk about. Get over it. Did she genuinely believe there was a portal or was a part of that of the scam? It was a part of the scam because a person went in there one day and said, "Well, if you have a portal in your closet, show us." And then she was like, "Oh, I can't show you that. It's only for spirit." So I knew right then and there she was a bullshitter. Because if you want to talk about things like that, then show it. Show what you do. Prove what you do. And that's what I do on here. I prove everything I do. If I tell you I'm a medium and I can connect to your ancestors or whoever, I prove everything and I don't even have to say nothing. I prove everything every time I come on here. I don't have to lie to nobody. And if I don't have a portal, I ain't gonna tell you I have one. Ain't fucking bullshit. You know? That's why I ain't here to prove myself to nobody. You either believe me or you don't, and if you want proof, I can prove it to you. It's not a problem. I don't need to prove shit to nobody. I already know who I am and what I'm doing. And if you want to test me, you're probably not going to get the answers. But if you just genuinely come in here knowing and believing, you'll get a message you'll never forget. And I've already proven that too, so I ain't got to prove fucking nothing. I am who I am. Believe what you want to believe. It's cool. No, I don't have to like specifically say somebody's name, Because if I have a problem with somebody, right? If I genuinely want to say a person's name, which I have said, I've talked about readers on here and said their name, you know? I've talked about Tyler's Tarot, Rich Loop, Leo King. I've talked about people that I know, people that I go to their channels, but I'm not talking bad about them unless I have to or unless I had a bad experience with those people. I talk about Steve Judd. He's an astrologer from the UK who I love and love to listen to. He's been to Bermuda many times. I would love to meet him one day, but he's always busy. But he's my favorite astrologer, right? So I'll talk about people that I like on here, but I'm not going to outright bash somebody just for the sake of doing it unless they're doing it to me. And even when I had that beef with those two people, the last two people I had beef with, I never even mentioned their name, but they mentioned mine. And then they tried all this bullshit and it backfired in their faces. That's why both of them are struggling till today because they just don't know what the fuck they're doing. And they just talk to hear themselves. I don't even have to mention their names. They know who they are. They're the ones who started trouble with me. They're the ones who going around saying that I'm talking about them. You ain't that fucking, you ain't that important for me to be talking about like that. You know. And the sad part is I read for those people and helped those people, but they never remember that part. They just want to hear me say things and then twist my words like everybody else does on here. Man, go fuck yourself. If you don't like me, don't come in here. It's that simple. You ain't gotta like me. I give a fuck what you think. Hey Tristan, how you doing, brother? How's things? Well, we were talking about Tyler one day. Some people don't like him because he's rude, right? And he says shit to people, right? And I said, look, the guy's funny. I dressed up as him one Halloween and I did like some skits and talking shit. I never disrespected him. I just like try, I wanted to like, do like a live where I was talking shit. All right, Teresa, take care. So, and there's some readers on here where if somebody asks me about a reader, I'll be like, no, don't go to that guy. He's a pain in the ass or he's a joke. There are some readers on here that I've never had beef with, but I've seen them scam people. And I'll warn people about them or I'll talk about them and say, yeah, I saw that guy. And there's proof of that. So whatever I'm saying about somebody, there's always proof. I'm not just going to assume that somebody does something. I actually saw it with my own eyes. So with Tyler, I used to go in his room all the time because he was fucking hilarious, right? but he was also very rude to people, right? And another thing is he never acknowledged God or spirit back then. He would always think it's him. Like he had this mojo about him, like it's me. I know what I'm talking about. And I know how to do it. I'm Tyler Terror, fuck you. Like, I don't need to talk about God or spirit. It's me, you know? So I never liked that about him, but that's my opinion, Other people be like, oh, I don't care. He's funny as shit. I like the way he disses people. But when you're doing this type of work and you carry on like that, you probably won't get, like personal readings down to a T. You might, but you might not. Oh, it depends on who you're reading, right? So his thing, after a while, he used to go Facebook Live and he used to charge $20 for a reading on Facebook Live. This is years ago, right? When he was really popular. So he would just sporadically go live on Facebook and he would do $20 readings, right? And he used to make a killing. And then people would like diss him because the readings didn't resonate, or he just wanted your money and like fuck you. And then if you told him he was wrong, he'd be like, fuck you, ho, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Of course I'm right. You don't want to admit it. You don't want to say that you did this and do that. You're a dumb bitch. So if you were to say to him that he's wrong about something, he's triggered because he can never be wrong. See, he didn't have like a spiritual godly uh force around him. He just had his own mind telling him that I can't be wrong. And then he started to change. He started to get, as he got older, he got less ignorant. And he started to say, okay, well, fuck these people. I'm not going to give private readings no more because they're telling me that I'm wrong and I don't know what I'm talking about, or, oh, I don't know this. I think people did it just to aggravate him, to be honest. So I personally don't have nothing against him, right? But I saw his transformation from being young and arrogant to being older and more humble to a certain point. And then he came out one day and said, I'm not doing private readings ever again. So all he did and all he had to do was do signs and general readings online. And that's what put him over. He knew he didn't need private readings to survive, because he was getting super chats just by people giving him that in the chat, just because they were wrong, they were right about Virgo's reading for today, you know. So when he did those 12 signs every single day, twice, three times, different things, he was making money. So he said, fuck that, I don't need private readings. See what I'm saying? I saw him go through that transformation. And I said, okay, well, whatever, like, you do whatever you want. If it works for you, bro, I don't care. But see, he knows of me and I know of him, but him and I have never really spoke, like, one on one, because of other people. Because there was people that he didn't like and I didn't like. And we both had like a mutual enemy at one point. So, we knew of each other and we still do. And we still haven't really talked ever. And I don't really care, but he does his thing. I do my thing. And I respect him for whatever he wants to do. And that's whatever his life is. Right. And, that's just it. I don't have nothing like against him at all. He wants to do whatever he wants. That's his life, you know? Um, and he's never really said nothing about me that I know of. So I don't really care, as long as we're mutually like, we know of each other, but that's about it. Now there's other guys like Rich Loop, if you know him. He's also, right, a reader, and he changes he changes every month. One month he'll say, fuck tarot, tarot's ruining my life, tarot's gonna ruin your life, I'm not doing readings no more, I'm gonna work here, I'm gonna do that. And then the next month he comes back out, hey guys, how you doing? It's me, I'm back. I realized that, spirit told me I need to come back here and do readings. So he'll start reading, scam people, make money off of everybody, and then go hiding again because he knows that he's getting fucking bashed by people and people are like reporting his ass, right? because he's like he's like one of the biggest scammers on here, right? And I don't like him at all. I used to be a big fan of his. See, and this is what I explained earlier with that woman that I was telling you about. Is when you just come out and you start to make a little bit of money and fame, and you have people that love you and care about you, and like promoting you, talking about you in your room, that shit gets to these people's heads. And then when he got too popular, his world came crumbling down on him. And then he went around saying, "Oh yeah, my girlfriend left me," and he was out in the cold one day smoking a cigarette. Everybody's feeling all bad for him. Oh my god! So everybody sent him all this PayPal money. He made thousands of dollars within a couple hours. People sent him all this money because he said he didn't have no money, he didn't have nowhere to live. All a scam. And then about a week later, he was in Las Vegas with a new woman, new apartment, a pickup truck in the background, and he's like doing readings again, and he's all like doing shit, and everybody's like, "Wait a minute, this motherfucker just scammed everybody," and that's what he did. He scammed everybody. And then recently, like last year, between last year and this year, he was working with the Leo King, which is a famous astrologer on YouTube, and he had a podcast with him. And then he went and I guess Leo King must have figured out he was a joke. And then those two went at it online. And then he went around saying that he never got paid for doing the podcast. And then Leo King came out with bank statements and had him in the chat and said, "Look, Rich Luke, this $1,000, $1,000, $1,000, thousands of dollars he paid him to do that fucking podcast." So that's when I told people came to me and said, "Mark, you were right about that guy. The Leo King just exposed him." I said, "I fucking told you people that guy's a scam artist. He's a scammer. All he does is talk shit and try and rob people of money." But scammers are a thing. They're just everywhere. And sometimes you're gonna get conned into shit. It's just life. Yeah, exactly, Fever, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, I'm using this, subject because this is what I do, right? And these are the scammers that I know. But that's what it is. It's like that's what people do. They scam people and just do dumb shit. But back in the day, those two readers I just mentioned were the most popular readers. Three readers I mentioned. They were the three most popular readers at the time. Like 10 years ago, they were like super popular. And I was in all of their rooms listening to them, learning from them. And they were young, they were all younger than me, but I was listening to them, admiring them, and saying to myself, these guys are cool. Like, I like the way they read. They read different from me. They read different cards. People are all talking shit in there, having fun. Some of my friends were moderators in their rooms and acquaintances. And, they would speak to me when they saw me and shit. They'll be like, "Hey, Mark and Mark, how you doing?" Blah, blah, blah. That shit like that. But I was never really cool with any of those guys I mentioned because I didn't want to be cool with them guys because I had already heard so much shit about them that I had to keep my distance from all of them. But you know, that's what these readers do. They scam you, they disrespect you, and then they think that they're better than everybody else on YouTube, and then they get a humbling period in their life where they understand that they are really full of shit. Not all of them, but majority of them are. Um, I don't know, Fiona, because after the Leo King, said that shit about him, I don't know what happened to him. I don't really know if he's active or not, but he's the type of guy, he has no shame. Because people are gonna believe people like him because they don't like the other guy, I'll Google him. I'll check now. I'll see if he's still active. Yeah, he's still active. 3 days ago he was on. He still has his channel. Yep, he did. Will They Reach Out, September 2025. He did a reading for people the other day, a whole hour. See, I'm telling you, people still watch this guy even though he's a scammer. People will still give a shit about him because people are taking sides. Everyone takes sides. The bad and the good have sides. So people like him that are, doing dumb shit, people are still going to believe him because they believe him. And some people are going to believe the other guy. It's just a way of life. They're going to believe who they want to believe. And that's it. But I saw it with my own eyes. I saw him like scam people and I saw him like cry wolf many times. And he's one of those people that the women like, see? The women like him. And all the women are just oblivious to his looks and his charm and they just say, "Yeah, I love you. Yay." Oh yes, your bullshit general reading, you know, resonated with me. Certain people know what to say, you know. They have their words will manipulate you in every which way. So hey, and I don't really care what these people do with their lives, and they'll never worry about me anyway because the first thing they will say is, "Oh, he doesn't have many people and many subscribers. He's talking about me because he wants clout." That's what they'll say about me. They'll say, "Oh, he's talking about me on his live because he wants me to respond to him," which I don't care if you do or don't, because I can prove you're a scammer, but you can't prove I am because I ain't. That's why they won't say nothing about me. But even if they do say anything about me, I could care less. But I'm probably not important at all to them, which I'm glad I am. I'm not important to them. So yeah, yeah, pretty much. I agree, Fever. A lot of readers try to sell candles, and they say that if you buy this candle, they're gonna light it, and they're gonna do some shit for you, some spell, and you're gonna get all these lovely things in your life. We got a thunderstorm going on now. Shit. Yeah, he's an attractive guy, and that's why a lot of women will believe him over anybody because they let their eyes deceive them. See? And that's what he does. He charms all these ladies, talks shit to him all the time, and leads them on. And he even went live with his girlfriends that he's had in the past umpteen years. Yeah. And look, he can do whatever he wants. I don't hate him or anything like that. I just think that, he's a scammer and that's what he is. And I think that he's kind of weird, or he is weird, because one minute his videos say he's not doing tarot anymore and he hates tarot and tarot is bad for you, and then the next minute he's out there doing tarot again. So he's like a bipolar type of person. Like one minute he says this is real, next minute he says it's fake, and next minute he doesn't do readings, and next minute he does. So he's like one of those, unstable people. So, you know, yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Well, that's what happened with him and the guy Leo King when they had their podcast. I used to listen to him, but he always used to think that he was better than everybody else, and I never liked that about him. And that's probably why he's in the predicaments that they're in. Well, one thing about me, I don't care about competition because I'm not here to compete with any other reader. And I'm not here to compete with other people's clients and people that go in that room. You come in here and you get a reading, or and you like me and you're cool with me, and you can never get a reading from me ever, and just be like a friend or a person that chats and likes to talk or whatever and hang out. That's fine too. But you couldn't do that in his room. Hell no. He'd be like, "Oh, you're here talking. Well, what? Why don't you get a reading? Or I have a sale on right now for $22.22. If you're gonna come in here and not get anything, you shouldn't be here. What are you here for? Are you reporting or are you this or that? You can't handle that. Those people can't handle that shit. You got to be giving them shit in order to be in there. That's how they are. Oh boy, the thunder is here again. I swear, man. I don't think I'm gonna go swimming at all. I wanted to go swimming so bad, and it's like every time I want to go, this is the time I go. But now it's getting dark, and it's got thunder and lightning in the area. Fuck, man. I'm getting so sick and tired of this weather, man. It's annoying. Oh boy, there's a big red patch coming this way. I can hear the thunder too. It's getting pretty bad. Great. Oh boy. Now we're gonna get some more hard rain and thunder and lightning. I better get out of here before I want to turn off my shit before it gets worse. Yeah. Well, jealousy is a disease. Yeah, you know, there's people out there like that, and I don't really like entertain them. You know, I only talk about people I know that's done bad shit, and I try to keep people's name out of my mouth anyway, because I don't want no more drama on here. I'm not here to like compete with anybody. I never say I'm better than somebody else, or I never say that, it's me and, I don't need God or spirit to read people and it's all me, I'm this and I'm that. People that do that never gonna exist in this type of, realm. So it ain't gonna work that way. I always thank God and spirit and your spirits, and I always say, hey, don't thank me, thank them. But some people will never do that because they got too much pride, too much, you know, they think, yo, yeah, it's me. So it's their fault, their problem. I don't really give a shit about them. I just know I do what I have to do on here, and that's all that matters to me. But listen, guys, I gotta get out of here because this storm is coming, and I want to get off of here and unplug this shit because it looks like we're gonna get a bad thunderstorm. So I want to unplug things so I don't get zapped again like I did before. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I've had my share of idiots on here, so I try not to like, entertain anybody. I don't really go in anybody's room like that anyway. Just a couple people I know and that's it. But otherwise that I don't really give a shit about these people. Oh shit. That's the lightning. All right guys, I gotta get out of here. I'll see you in a bit and later on.